Morning everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be cleaning out our straw packs in our pack barn. We're using the New Holland wheel loader because it has the grapple bucket attachment for it. We do not have one for our case loader. That's why we always make this sucker dirty when we do it. But yeah, you guys might be commenting right now. Jan, you just finished up with the corrals and the lagoon over there, and now you're straight back into the pack barn with manure. It's a never-ending story on a dairy farm. Half of this job is dealing with cow manure. But that being said, let's get right into it. I'm gonna be starting with the maternity pack today, and then tomorrow morning we're gonna get over to the other side of the pack barn and do our milking pack. So we're gonna get the cows off the pack, put them on the alley. Come on, lady. Come on, mamas. Let's go. On each side of the pack barn we got 4 water bowls, so that's milking pack's got 4, and then each pen here has access to 2, and we dump them quite a bit in the summertime just because these alleys, they dry right out. You can see it over here. The alley's bone dry. When a cow craps on it, it dries up and kind of layers the concrete and gets a little slippery. So we dump a lot of water bowls in the summertime in the pack barn here. There's just not enough animals in these alleys to keep them wet by themselves. You know, the cow numbers being so low in combination with that tunnel ventilation, it does not allow for these alleys to get wet. So gotta dump the water bowls, otherwise the concrete gets slippery. We are gonna get these new alleys grooved. They're I think 2 years old now when we moved cows into the pack barn expansion here. This alley is still not grooved. We just called the guy about a month ago, and we want to get some grooves cut in this concrete. So that's gonna be happening pretty soon as well, just to try and add some grip here because it was getting a little bit slippery. But I think dumping the water bowls is gonna do a lot already. All done. We're just gonna move the gates back to normal. We got the 3 maternity groups here, so it's a ton of gates to move, but we'll get that done. All done with that, we're gonna go and spray the bucket of the loader clean real quick. We just use the garden hose. It's a lot quicker than getting the pressure washer going. unreeling that thing all the way, and this does a pretty good job. Also, it's hot water, so in the winter time we can come here when it's, you know, minus 20, clean the bucket off with hot water, but it still works good in the summer. You just have a lot less steam. Straw pack doesn't make the bucket really dirty either. You just gotta kind of knock the straw loose and you're good to go. Last thing I'm gonna do before lunch here this morning is put some gates in front of the overhead doors in our calf pen barn. So we got the calf barn here with the individual pens, and in the summertime the ventilation in here does not keep this room cool enough, so we have to open the doors, and that makes the room open to calves that are running around the yard. Unfortunately, our corrals are not perfect, and they do allow for some calves to get out every once in a while, and those calves typically want to go back to where they were first growing up, because they know that's where all the tasty grain is, I guess. And they'll come in from the corrals, and I guess they'll steal some grain from these calves, make a mess, and we just don't want those outside calves coming into this room. Those other calves also have ringworm, and we don't want these calves to get ringworm right off the bat. We want to introduce them to those kinds of parasites when they go out in the corrals when they're a little bit older than just a couple months old. So basically, we don't want calves coming into the calf barn when they're not supposed to be, so we're gonna put some gates in front of these doors, and that'll allow the air to flow through, keep the rooms nice and cool, and keep the calves out. Okay, these are the portable gates we got. Basically, we bought a bunch of these. I believe they're high hog gates, and we bought them when we were expanding the barn because we had to guide cows around while they were building it. So we use them now mostly for the hoof trimmer. When he comes out, we can make pens in the barn in the groups, and he can hoof trim groups. But they're laying here doing nothing, so we'll grab 4 of these, put them in front of those doors. These are 9.5 feet wide, and the doors are 8 feet wide, so that should work out perfectly. So that covers it out. It doesn't stick too far or anything for the other doors. And we will eventually need to put sawdust pallets in these rooms to keep them bedded up nicely. And then we'll just be able to slide the gate. Pretty easy, back and forth. I think that works out good. That's what it looks like from inside. Pretty deadly. I guess this is the room with the tiny calves. That's a small calf. Look at this little bugger. It's getting pretty hazy out here now. We have a bunch of forest fires here in Alberta and Saskatchewan, Alberta specifically, and I guess the wind is coming straight from northern Alberta to here, this part of central Saskatchewan, and we're seeing the smoke of it now. It just got really hazy here really quickly, so I put the drone up in the air to show you guys how much smoke there is. I'll just do a 360-degree turn. Right now the drone is at about 500 meters in the air, so half a kilometer. And see if I can find the sun here. It's just the orange ball of fire. There it is. So even at 500 meters high, the sun is pretty tough to see, and pretty clear down to the farm, but you can tell your visibility is super limited. The haze is pretty insane what's out there. This afternoon we blew a hydraulic line on our S590 skid steer, so after milking right now we're just going to try see if we can take that hydraulic line loose and figure out where that leak is. It's this hose right here. Got it marked with the green zip tie. So we're just gonna take it loose here. We're gonna tie a rope around this side, and then we gotta pull it through the arm and disconnect it in the back here. Then once we have the hose off, we will bring it in tomorrow morning and get a replacement built. Yes. Beautiful, okay. Sweet. What a mess! Like this? Yeah, that should be good. So we got the line completely off, and we'll take that into the city tomorrow morning probably and get them to make a replacement. I believe we bring it to Good All Rubber. It's called, used to be called Eric's, or maybe it's called Ericsson now, and it used to be called Good All Rubber, one of the two. But they'll make us a new one there, and we'll be able to slap it on, get it as new. That's gonna be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. It really helps the channel out, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.